Sinatra and Dean Martin and so forth. But then when I got in my high school days, I listened to the rock and roll and the music of the...
everybody, I can remember people carrying these little 45 discs, records, and that everybody carried those records with them to go to friends, other people, and play records.
Yeah.
The big thing I can remember is Japanese radios, transistor radios. And the radios were sold by the number of transistors in the radio. The more transistors, the better the radio. And I bought a 5-transistor radio, and I was king. Nobody else had 5. And I opened it up and looked and took it apart and to count them, to make sure that there was 5. And there was 5 transistors in there, but only 4 were wired in. The 5th one was there, but it wasn't wired to the printed circuit. But so they just put that extra transistor in there just so that they would sell it.
To make you believe it was better.
Make you believe it was better than a 4 transistor. That's...
But Elvis Presley was king. Oh, I remember. Yeah, that was it. He became so popular in our time in high school. And we did the jitterbug. And the girls danced with the girls with the jitterbug, and the boys would line up along the wall and watch everybody. And then for the slow dances, they might ask you to dance. But that's how it was. And all our proms were in the school gym all the time.
Yeah.
And there would be a decorating committee, and you would pick a theme and decorate the gym for the prom. We never had proms anywhere else except the gym.
Yeah, I've seen Back to the Future, so I know about proms in the 50s.
Yeah. But that's how it was. But you had a good time decorating. You know, you'd pick a theme, your class would pick a theme, and then you'd have a teacher help you with your decorations, and you had a good time. And you had a party afterwards in the school cafeteria. If there was anything, and it was just snacks, really. You know, just chips, pretzels, and maybe some soda.
What kind of themes did you have for prom? Because, like, my friend's doing it this year. And he needs ideas.
Do
you remember?
I don't know if I can remember any.
Was it always just like, you probably had one that was like Hawaii, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, that. And I think like a Cinderella type thing of like that. I really can't remember any others, Gabe. I can't remember the things.
Right. Okay, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I always felt that we had a real good time. I truly enjoyed that whole period of time. I had a wonderful time with my friends, and we always got together in a group. And when someone finally in the late 50s, if someone in the group had a car, everyone would pile in, and then you could go maybe for pizza to a little further spot than just walking. But normally after games or whatever going on at the school, we used to always go to one place very close by where everyone would walk, and what you'd order was a Coke. And that's what we would have. Did you go anywhere after? Or any?
No, after football games, we went to the Kingston Diner.
Oh, you went to the diner?
We got food tickets.
Oh, okay.
So we went there.
We didn't go to the diner. We went up to a place up by Nesbitt Hospital. And we would go in there. Yeah. I forget the name of the place. But we just always had good times. And I remember my girlfriends and I, and it was crazy what we did. we would walk home, and then one girl would say, "Well, I'll walk you halfway home." So then she'd walk you halfway, and then she'd have to go halfway back, and then you walk the other one halfway home. But we always used to kid because one of us lived on Division Street and the other lived on Union Street. So the girl on Union Street always thought she was better than the girl on Division Street because of Union versus Division. But we just always walked everywhere. And I did talk to you about the clothing that we wore.
Yeah.
And one thing I did meant to say, we did wear blue jeans. And you always rolled them up. And another thing that we wore that we thought was pretty neat was sailor hats.
Sailor hats?
Yeah, we wore sailor hats, and we had our name on the front of the sailor hat that we would put on with a pencil. But that was in the early 50s, and I really thought that was great. My sisters introduced me to that. They were already in high school, and they were doing that. And so we wore sailor hats.
Now you're not even allowed to roll your jeans up at school because it's like associated with gangs and all that.
Really?
Yeah, and you're not allowed to wear hats for the same reason because it could be like all those gang symbols and stuff.
And in the wintertime, I always had to wear a hat. That was hats and gloves and a scarf.
Okay, the camera's gonna die like any second now. So,
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for doing the interview. Then.
Okay, you're welcome. That was good.
Yeah, it was.
It brought back good memories.